It's something that, gosh, it's been discussed in the G7, but also discussed by a number of NATO allies as well. How can we harness this Russian money that's frozen? What is legal? What makes the most sense? Who bears the burden in terms of the loan, in terms of the guarantee of the loan? Things like that that nations were unsure of until they were able to talk it through. And I think that's what Biden went to the G7 to make sure that he could, if there was any issues, he could finalize it there, and they could make this part of a deliverable for this G7. So they've moved into this kind of unknown territory a bit. They've got some money now that's going to be going into Ukraine for reconstruction, possibly buying military equipment as well. We'll see where it goes, but they've started now. And I think they have a lot of the small details now under control. As was just reported, there's still some left, but they're on the road and they're away from the discussion and now into the implementation.
And of course, the core question is, and this is really Russia's argument as well, sanctity of a private property. Do you think seizing Russian assets outright is off the table for now, though?
Well, we'll have to see. I think we're in a place now that we don't find ourselves very often in terms of the West. We're dealing with an aggressor that we didn't think we would see with the end of the Cold War. We're having now to get used to the idea that this is going to be a long war. We don't want to have fatigue among the nations who are providing assistance. And so we're looking at all kinds of creative ways to try to provide assistance instead of the load being carried just by the United States or just by the European Union. They're looking for other ways to provide income. We've got the first example of this, just 50 billion. I mean, that's not as much as they're going to need if this is going to be a long war. So, but this is a start. And if there's some other measures as well, this is just tapping into the interest that this frozen money will accrue over time to pay back this loan. So if we're going to dig down deeper into the actual capital itself, that'll be another set of discussions and looking at cost benefit to that. But I think the nations are looking to go into a creative approach because this is something that is going to be with us for a long time, and we want to avoid the fatigue problem or a feeling of an unfair burden being held by one group or another in the West as we support Ukraine.